Hey everyone, how's it going? Cloud here, and welcome to my guide on the Beneath Cursed Tides quest. Now, for this quest you need the following requirements. There are no quest requirements, however you need these skills: level 30 attack, strength, magic, mining, smithing, woodcutting, firemaking and cooking. As for the items, there are no actual required items, however the only thing I recommend, if you can get it, is a wicked hood, which enables you to teleport to the wizard's tower, which is where the quest start point is, so it just speeds up getting to the quest start point, but other than that, no items needed. So that's it for the requirements and items. Now onto the quest starting point. So as I said a moment ago, the quest starting point is at the Wizard's Tower, which is located south of Draenor. Now if you have the Wicked Hood, you can teleport to the very top of Wizard's Tower and then head down from there, or alternatively, if you don't have the Wicked Hood, teleport to the Draenor Village Lodestone and keep heading south until you reach Wizard's Tower. But you want to head to the ground floor and go just near the main entrance, near where the fountains are, and we need to go speak to Wizard Myrtle to start the quest. So Wizard Myrtle will want to know what happened to her mentor, the magic instructor on Tutorial Island. However, she is afraid of water and wants to send you to find the islands. So the first thing we need to do is we need to go find the Slayer Master Vanaka, who can be found in the Edgeville dungeon. So we're going to teleport to the Edgeville Lodestone via the Lodestone network. Once you're at the Edgeville Lodestone, the dungeon is just south of the bank through a trapdoor, so if you head in that direction and start navigating your way through the dungeon, you'll eventually find Vanaka. Once you're there, speak to him and explain why he left Tutorial Island before it was flooded and he wishes to go back with the player and Myrtle. So we now need to return to Myrtle, who can be found at Wizard's Tower once again, so I'll speak to you in a moment. Once you've returned to Myrtle, who is now standing beside Vanaka, they will ask you to go to Mudskipper Point. Now this can be accessed either via the Ferry Ring network, if you have access to that, or alternatively, head to the Portstream Lodestone via the Lodestone network and then keep heading south from there. Once you're near Mudskipper, you should see Myrtle and Vanaka. You want to talk to Myrtle about diving down to Tutorial Island, and there are 3 options you can choose from: Myrtle's spell, your own diving apparatus from your aquarium, or a fishbowl helmet and diving apparatus. Pick either one, it doesn't make a difference, and then you'll be taken to the underwater Tutorial Island. So what we want to do is read the message in the bottle near the door of the first room, and your task now is to go through Tutorial Island as if you were a starting player years ago to break the Dark Magician's curse. And there are multiple rooms that involve multiple skills. So talk to Brianna about the survival skills. You want to catch a raw shrimp which is swimming around, and then you want to interact with the boulder to make the steam vent hot and create boiled shrimp. Talk to Brianna again, and she expresses amazement that you did not burn the shrimp, but demands you to bring her some burnt shrimp first instead. So you want to boil some shrimp again, and then use those shrimp with the steam vent again to burn them. So you want to catch another shrimp, cut some strong seaweed, and then attempt to cut a dead tree down. You snag one of the soggy branches from the tree, which allows you to push the boulder into the hole. Now burn the shrimp on the vent, and speak to her again with both shrimps in your inventory. So next we need to talk to the Master Chef, who explains that cooking bread is no longer necessary, but making salads are. You want to obtain the music box from him to gather seaweed, and then go south of the house and play the music box in front of the large jellyfish. Pick option 2, then option 3, and then option 1, and gather the tasty seaweed. You then want to return and talk to the Master Chef. Place it on the table and then pick the correct ingredients. For each column, pick either sweet, sour, bitter, spicy, salty or mellow, depending on the chef's instructions. So for example, if he says something mellow yet sour with bitter undertones, then the order of your columns would be mellow, sour and bitter. And after this is done, proceed on the path to the next house and go down the ladder. So once you've climbed down the cellar entrance, talk to the mining instructor, who wants you to create your own bronze dagger. You want to mine soggy copper ore and soggy tin ore and then put it in the furnace. You then want to close the furnace doors and operate the pump, then light the furnace. After doing this, open the door and your bronzish bar is smelted. Click on a nearby anvil to be prompted to smith a bronze butter knife, and then return to the instructor one last time. And when you're done talking to him, you can now head east towards Vannaka. So Vannaka will guide you through his room now. Enter the gate and click on the sword and shield in the centre of the enclosure to begin combat training. During the blindfolded scene, you want to click on all the water bubbles and rat heads in order to progress. And after killing all the giant sea rats, you want to return to Vannaka and then climb the ladder to the north and proceed east from there. So you want to speak to the financial advisor inside the bank. He will reveal that the banker is long dead and that you can only continue by opening the vault. Read the memo and the banker's diary on both tables and the calendar on the wall behind the bank booths, and then proceed to the vault. The code is the birth year of the banker, which is 139. Take all the stacks of the 25 GP and then go back to the financial advisor. He will then let you advance to the next stage of the island. Talk to Brother Brace in the chapel. He will tell you that he has lost his prayer book, which he needs to let you move on. You want to read his friends list and then talk to all of his fish friends. Several of the fish can be found near Brother Brace's house, while others can be found nearby by backtracking through to the previous areas surrounding the financial advisor. One of them will eventually tell you that it is behind a certain piece of scenery, such as the anchor or a chest or a cannon, and this is different for each player. Search the relevant location for the prayer book, and these locations can always be found near the church area. Take the book back to Brother Brace and he will reveal that the book actually contained the key for the locked door to the next location, and then he sends you on his way to speak to the last tutor. Finally, talk to Wizard Terova. He asks you to cast a wind spell on the chickens to prove your competency in magic. The chickens are strangely not cursed and have air bubbles around their heads. Simply click on the chickens to cast a spell on them, and this spell places a chicken in a larger bubble. Once a chicken goes into a bubble, another chicken spawns. Players need to only defeat one chicken to continue, but are allowed to defeat as many as they wish. Once you speak to Terova, you are interrupted by Hector Vivian, the magician who enacted the curse in the first place, and he'll explain that Vannaka is the last piece of his curse. But before doing anything, Wizard Myrtle will dive down, overcoming her fear of water, and channels a spell against Hector to stop his evil scheme. So you must now assist Myrtle in channeling the spell, but the player must also repel all the creations that attempt to disrupt her. It is recommended to click on Myrtle rather than clicking on the animation that is between Myrtle and Hector, because the click space is bigger and easier to obtain. The creations will appear periodically, often away from Myrtle, and this buys you some time to advance the spell, but you must be quick and repel the creations. Once the creations are in their bubbles, quickly click on Myrtle again before another one spawns, and keep repeating until the meter is completely filled up. Once the meter is filled, Hector is defeated, and in order for the battle to be officially over, the player must finish Hector off by trapping him in a bubble. So you want to return to the mainland and talk to Wizard Myrtle. All the tutors will now arrive on dry land in their human forms, discussing what they have missed out on for years. They will announce that they will start off fresh and thank you for your efforts, and they will come up, "Congratulations, you have completed Beneath Cursed Ties. You're awarded 1 quest point, Vannaka's Sword, which is a sword override similar to that of Vannaka's Steel 2-hand sword, which can be used in one hand. Giant Oyster, which is a monthly distraction and diversion that provides fishing and farming experience. A cooking lamp that grants 5,000 cooking experience. A fishing lamp that grants 5,000 fishing experience. A combat lamp that grants 10,000 combat experience, including Herblore, Slayer and Summoning. Lev's Old Music Box, which crumbles to dust when played and will unlock the Newbie Melody original song. 2 treasure hunter keys and 2 art device. So overall, pretty easy quest, a pretty fun quest as well, very nostalgic for those who actually did Tutorial Island back in the day. It brings back a lot of memories of that, and some decent rewards from it as well. The distraction and diversion is pretty good, the giant oyster. Basically what you have to do is speak to Wizard Myrtle to go down to the sunken Tutorial Island, and then you have to complete the activity by farming some stuff and fishing some stuff and feeding it to the giant oyster, and then you'll get relevant experience, and that can be done every month. So apologies if that doesn't make much sense to you, but I'd recommend, if you're not too sure what to do with the distraction and diversion, just to search it on the RS Wiki. Just type in giant oyster monthly D&D and it should give you some instructions, but it's pretty simple really. But other than that, I don't think you'll run into any problems with this guide. However, if you do get stuck at all, leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll help you out as best as I can. If not, thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, favourite, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends. Cheers everyone, bye bye.